Coming up on Elon Phoenix Weekly.
We run with the Phoenix at the CAA Championships.
Look back on a historic win on the road with the Elon football team.
And get some insights from mentors in sport management.
All that and more, next on Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Good morning and welcome to Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Tellier Lundquist.
And I'm Madeline Kern. Thank you for joining us for this ESPN Local Sports Break.
Today's show brings you on the road with the Elon football team on a new episode of The Spark.
And we hear from three mentors from Elon Wins, Women Influencers in Sport, a new program that helps mentor young women at Elon hoping to get into a career in sports.
But first, let's go for a run. 6,000 meters. 3.7 miles. That's the length of an NCAA cross-country race. Since 1993, Elon has fielded a cross-country team. The last runner to win a conference title was Meg Crawford in 1993, when she won the South Atlantic Conference Individual Championship. Until now. Farmingdale, New York, hosted the 2018 CAA Cross-Country Championships at Bethpage State Park, and the Elon's women's cross-country team had a great race. Senior Coralie Gereniadis ran a personal best 21 minutes 13.2 seconds, the fifth fastest 6K in Elon's history to win the 2018 Colonial Athletic Association Championship title. Junior Melissa Anastakis finished 10th in the conference, putting the Phoenix in position to battle for the team championship as well. But they would be edged out by William and Mary by only 2 points, the closest margin for the team title since 2004. For the season, Gereniadis and Anastakis were both named to the All-CAA team.
In the men's 8K race, Nick Sielkowski was 4th overall in the championship race, and he was named All-CAA for the 4th straight season. Sielkowski also set the mark for the fastest 8K in Elon's history. Several Phoenix also set personal best times, including Andrew Miller, who finished 12th, Michael Germino, and Richie Casper. Miller also was awarded with an All-CAA award in his rookie season for Elon. Overall, the men's team finished 3rd in the team standings, behind league champion William & Mary and Northeastern.
Heading into the CAA championships, the women's team as the only ranked cross-country team from the CAA, as they were ranked 13th in the Southeast region. Both the women's and men's team will be back in action on Friday, November 9th for the NCAA Southeast Regional Championships in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And that brings us to today's trivia question. With Elon's big success this season running in the CAA, can you name Elon's first cross-country All-American in school history? We'll have the answer for you later in the show.
As students transition from the classroom to their professional career, the challenges they face are many. The Sport Management Department at Elon is helping young women find their way with a unique program called WINS, Women Influencers in Sport. So far this season on Elon Phoenix Weekly, we have had the chance to hear from mentors about their current jobs and advice they have for young women. Today, we learn about the importance that role models were for current mentors in the WINS program.
Women can have any opportunity in sport that they want, in my mind. Personally, I'm in sales, but I know women in the Phillies who are in marketing, they are in even the baseball analytic development side of it. So really the sky is the limit, and whatever you set your mind to, I really think that you can do, and the opportunities are out there.
I think it's important for young women that are looking to get into the sports industry to have the mentor-mentee relationship, because it's exciting to be able to look up to someone and kind of know somebody who's already in the industry that can help you down the road.
When I came into the industry, I sought out a mentor at the NCAA when I was there for their post-grad internship program. Her name was Anuka Brown, and at the time she was the vice president of women's basketball, and she pushed me in every aspect of work possible. She challenged me to pursue other opportunities. She challenged me to go out and meet people, but she also just gave me advice from her own work experiences that changed my perspective and allowed me to think differently about different situations.
I had a mentor. She's actually even in the WINS program, and she really helped me out, and I wouldn't be where I am today without her. She showed me that not only being a woman in the sport, it's possible to, in industry, to make it work, but there's so many opportunities out there, and it doesn't matter if you're male, female. If you're good at your job, that's all that it matters. And the opportunities are out there, and if you push yourself, you're going to be able to get to where you want to be.
If I was still in school, I think I would do more internships, put myself out there more. When I was at Elon, I was really shy for my first couple years, so I think hopefully if I could go back in time, I would want to put myself out there more and be more into networking and getting my name out there and reaching out to people in the industry just to put my name on the map, basically.
We have a lot left on this edition of Elon Phoenix Weekly, including a football game that refused to end, even with no time on the clock, and a behind-the-scenes look at the Elon football team's huge win over James Madison. Stay with us.
This is the perfect way to go out. Going back to the NCAA tournament.
We deserve this. We worked so hard.
I don't want to leave this golf course not a CAA champion.
Something we've been striving for since my freshman year, and I couldn't be more excited.
Welcome back to Elon Phoenix Weekly on your ESPN2 local sports break. Soccer is a worldwide sport becoming popular here in the United States within the last 20 years. Elon doesn't just recruit from here, but they also go across the pond looking for the best talent possible. From the playground to the pitch in Denmark, two childhood friends have brought their soccer talents to Elon.
Both coming from Denmark, Christian Lauenborg and Asger Andersen have been teammates long before they started their journey at Elon. Playing on the same senior team back home, Christian and Asger were both the youngest on the team.
The youngest in the entire squad, so like people who was the second youngest were like 4 years older than me, so I was like the ball boy and the guy who moves the goal, and they really make fun of me, but I think I learned a lot and it was really fun. Yeah, and I enjoyed my time there, definitely.
When first hearing that American universities were looking at him, Asger was very surprised, but soon realized that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I was surprised. I mean, we spoke with me and Christian had the same like agent stuff, and we were both interested in the opportunity. Everyone, my parents, my friends, they were all like, "You have to do this. It's an opportunity you can't deny." The fact that I could like both play soccer on a very high level and still study and learn the English language and speak fluently, I had to take the chance. Yeah.
Although both got offers from multiple American universities, what they were truly looking for was a home, not just a team.
It was a really high program, and when I talked with the guy Magic, who contacted me, I just could feel it from the start that it was a good match. They were really focusing on that it was a family and not just like a team, you know, and that really made my gut really feeling good, because some schools I talked with a lot about this is a business, where this was more a family, and that's really what I wanted to get from here. So
scoring a goal in the soccer league is a very hard thing to accomplish, especially as a freshman. However, both Christian and Asger beat the odds. Christian reflects on the time.
Obviously, it was a really nice experience. Well, that's something you can only dream of as a freshman, to come in and score. It was a game. My goal was a game against Rutgers where we actually won 8-1. So it's a big victory. And my goal was for 7-1. So it was on a header, and obviously, just the fact that our score was a big relief for myself, and something I really strive for to get. And it's just something I hope that, of course, will happen in the future as well.
Although coming to college in America is very exciting, it was a challenge to move away from their families.
A little weird, because this is my first time moving out. I've been traveling, so I know on my own, so I know how it is to be on my own, but now you don't have your mom to do your laundry and your dad to drive you wherever you want, so it's a little weird, but the fact that I have Asger also helps me a lot by that. But yeah, the fact there is so much responsibility now, and yeah, it's fun, but I enjoy it.
However, having a familiar face on the team made the adjustment much easier.
Christian, we went to the same school it was only 2 years, but we became quickly very good friends. We always played on the same team as well, live only 10-15 minutes from each other, so we've always been very good friends, and his family is my family's friends and stuff like that. So it's obviously nice to have him by my side here.
After life at Elon, neither of them know what they want to do yet. However, have hopes of what they can gain from their experience here at Elon.
Get a degree. I want to speak fluently English, and I want new friendships. I want to be better at soccer, hopefully go pro, but I know that's difficult, but there is a chance.
Unfortunately, Elon's season came to an early end as they did not make the CAA tournament. But fortunately, we have 3 seasons left with these lovely young men.
In a football game, every play matters. 60 minutes, and each team works together to win the game. Whether it's one great catch or a huge hit that causes a fumble, each play has an impact on the outcome of a game. When the clock runs out of time, the game ends. Or at least it should end, except for when it doesn't. 3 times. Confused? Emmanuel Tobe explains.
Last week, I summarized Elon University's football team's roller coaster of a season, but our season has been bland compared to Old Dominion University. The Monarchs football team is currently sitting at a 2-7 record after being defeated 51-17 by Middle Tennessee. In losing games, they are outscored 282-160. But it's not their losing efforts that has everyone talking. It's their victories. Their first victory occurred in Week 4 when Old Dominion shocked number 13 ranked Virginia Tech at home in front of a record 20,000 fans. This game marked the first Old Dominion victory over both a Power 5 and a ranked opponent, as the Monarchs scored 4 touchdowns in the 4th quarter in their biggest win in school history. Old Dominion entered with a 1.8% chance of winning and pulled off the biggest upset by an FBS team in the 14 years of ESPN's Football Power Index predictions. And that was not even their craziest game of the season. The Monarchs were facing Western Kentucky and were down by 7 points with 1:32 left in the 4th quarter. The Old Dominion offense was ranked around 80th in yards per play, but completed 31-yard passes on back-to-back plays to lead to a 6-yard touchdown pass with 9 seconds to go. Now you would think that this would mean overtime, right? Well, this game is not over. Western Kentucky got the ball back, and with a 15-yard play and a 15-yard penalty, and they would have an untimed opportunity to attempt a 57-yard field goal to win the game. They would miss this attempt, but 12 men on the field for Old Dominion would give Western Kentucky another attempt on an untimed down. This attempt, also short, but Old Dominion's Isaiah Harper was in the end zone ready to return it. Harper was Conference USA's 2017 Special Teams Player of the Year and would return the ball 83 yards to Western Kentucky's 17-yard line as time expired. Are you still thinking about overtime? Well, officials were not, as they called a face mask penalty on the return, which means a 3rd untimed down. Old Dominion kicker Nick Rice would make a 26-yarder to win the game in regulation after the Monarchs were down 7 points with 12 seconds to go. Overall, the game had 15 plays in the last 97 seconds, 6 plays in the last 9 seconds, and 3 plays in the last 0 seconds. It was an incredible game. I need a break just talking about it. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Old Dominion has made the most of their 2 wins this year. That crazy finish you just heard about, and taking down Virginia Tech at home. So how did the Monarchs follow up their improbable win against Western Kentucky? They lost by 34 to Middle Tennessee the next week. The team plays next Saturday against North Texas.
When we return, a new episode of The Spark, taking you behind the scenes of the early part of the football season.
And we clue you in on tonight's trivia answer.
The CAA athlete has a lot of pride in what they do in the classroom and also what they do on the basketball court. They're true student athletes. You know, you learn not only what's book smart, but you also learn, how to deal with people, how to bring out the best in them.
Every single day, you're challenged to do something great.
You never know when the ball is going to stop bouncing. Your education has to be your #1 priority because your education will take you a whole lot further than a jump shot will.
Elon Phoenix Weekly is made possible by the students of the School of Communications in association with the dedicated coaches, athletes, and staff of Elon Athletics. And that brings us to today's trivia question. Earlier in the show, we asked, name Elon's first cross-country All-American in school history. The answer? Luis Vargas. In 2014, Vargas became the first All-American cross-country runner after finishing 25th at the NCAA Championships. He went into the championships with a win in 5 of his previous 6 races. For his outstanding season, Vargas was the 2014 CAA Men's Cross Country Athlete of the Year, as well as the overall Most Outstanding Performer of the Year.
Mr. Rogers coined the phrase, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood." When a football team travels, they often enter an opposing team's stadium that is not a friendly neighborhood. For Elon, facing James Madison on the road was a daunting task. At some point, they were 39.5-point underdogs, with few people outside their locker rooms giving them a chance. On this week's episode of The Spark, we go inside the Phoenix huddle to see how their road trip brought a lot of joy to the Elon neighborhood.
Going into JMU, for the most part, we were all pretty focused. I mean, we knew that it was going to be a big game and that we had like a big opportunity to go out there and, win a game.
1, 3, cut his backside. Remember, bat and baseball.
It's an old saying, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. And I just kept reciting that to myself. We just wanted to be physical all week, and we had the mindset that we was ready to beat them and prepared to make a big win.
Okay, listen up. Play our game. Play our game and play it well. Do what your coach can do. Do the things you have to do to be successful. Line of scrimmage, turnover ratio, protect the ball, take it away, explosives, third down, red area. Don't get too high, don't get too low, okay? You got better stuff right here than they do. We have to use it, all right? We have to be extremely disciplined and play our game, all right? We are prepared for this opportunity. Let's go do this thing, one play at a time. Let's go. Let's go.
We say good afternoon on a picturesque fall Saturday. It's the 9th-ranked team in the country. The Elon Phoenix venture into a venue that has not been kind to not only CAA teams, but anybody for that matter. We're the #2 ranked and 3-time defending CAA champs. James Madison has won 19 straight.
the whole game, I knew that it was going to be a dogfight. Our defense played well the whole game, the entire game. We created a bunch of turnovers. We didn't turn the ball over, which was really important.
Snap, straight drop, Danucci looking, and it's snowed under.
I felt like our offense, at the beginning, we were a little like slow, but then we like picked it up.
Off the near hash mark, working from the 30 now, first to 15.
The DB was playing like 10 yards off. I just ran at him.
Cheat, straight drop, looking, he'll go deep.
Davis threw like a perfect ball.
Got a man out there, and it is caught. Cole Taylor makes the grab.
Not the open side, because that's where they like to run the zone so far.
Special teams need to be great here. We're getting the ball first, one play at a time. Okay, one play at a time, every play is number 9.
Second down and 8, 11:44 left. Snap, handoff, give it to Summers. My goodness, what a hole! 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Elon! Malcolm Summers through the wide hole on the right side of the offensive line finds his way to the touchdown, and the Phoenix move in front by 7.
The moment I knew we were going to win the game, like absolutely, win the game was when they ran a reverse. When you do trick plays and stuff, you just trying to get something out of it, trying to get a quick score, because the regular stuff that you go into the game with is not working. So when they did the reverse, I'm like, oh yeah, we got them where we want them.
2:25 left to play. Elon, who's won 5 of the last 7 on the road, all in comeback fashion. Snap, straight drop, looking pass, caught Cortez Weeks near side.
During our last 2-minute drill, the ball went to Cortez and it kind of bounced off of him. Deshaun like makes like a crazy play and like jumps like right before the ball hits the ground and he makes the catch. That's kind of when I knew that we were going to win the game.
Jake, straight drop, looking, fires for the end zone, caught, touchdown, Elon! Yes, sir, Taylor! Davis cheat to Avery Jones, and the Phoenix behind Jake's first touchdown.
Everybody in this conference been chasing JMU for the last 3 years, and we were the team to beat them, so it meant a lot. And it was kind of speechless. It left me speechless. I didn't know what to say after the game. I was just standing, I'm like, wow, we did it.
For us to be able to like go into their house and like get a win was really important, and I think it was really important for the program.
I felt this! I just felt it! Like I told you guys at halftime, my whole career I've been preparing to win a game like this. And I knew you guys would do it! All we did was play like we could play because we believed and we were prepared. And we're a good football team. Hell to the victory!
feel like a lot of people didn't expect us to win that game. I feel like it kind of proves to everyone else that we're like here and like our program is here and our program is right where their program is at. So I mean, I think it means a lot for us as a team.
This win definitely made a statement, like we are here and we're not playing with anybody else.
We kind of went into Delaware, you know, like we should have this because we're the number 4 or 5 team in the country. And Delaware kind of humbled us and it made us realize that on any given Saturday, no matter who your opponent is, no matter who it is that you're playing, they will give you everything they got.
We wanted to come back from a loss and make it a win, and that's kind of what we focused on and what we were worried about doing this week.
After losing last week at Delaware and losing their quarterback for the season, 11th ranked Elon looks to bounce back this afternoon as they welcome the Richmond Spiders to Rhodes Stadium.
We can be the best team in the nation if we put our minds to it. And we seen that when we came out and beat JMU. And then we seen when we practice bad, we have a bad week of practice, what can happen. You can lose a game that you don't expect to lose. We know after beating Richmond that we still have a lot more to do. We have to focus on each game at a time and each play at a time in order to get to where we need to.
Following their bye week, Elon held at number 6 in the coaches poll and number 8 in the media poll heading into their homecoming game against Rhode Island this afternoon at 1:30.
If you missed anything or want to watch it again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
You can also catch us Saturday mornings right here on Spectrum Cable.
Head to the elonphoenix.com to learn more about upcoming games and exciting stories about all Elon sports. And don't forget to tune in next time when we return for another exciting edition of Elon Phoenix Weekly.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we hope you have a great weekend. For Elon Phoenix Weekly, I'm Talia Lundquist.
And I'm Madeline Kern. See you next time on Elon Phoenix Weekly. If you missed anything or want to watch it again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
You can also catch us Saturday mornings right here on Spectrum Cable.
Head to the elonphoenix.com to learn more about upcoming games and exciting stories about all Elon sports. And don't forget to tune in next time when we return for another exciting edition of Elon Phoenix Weekly.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we hope you have a great weekend. For Elon Phoenix Weekly, I'm Talia Lundquist.
And I'm Madeline Kern. See you next time on Elon Phoenix Weekly.